Hey, good looking. Want to hear about some of the wildest beauty trends from history? Forget face masks and eyebrow tattoos. Historical beauty fads took things to a whole new level. These trends weren't just bizarre, they were often downright dangerous. First up, the Middle Ages. Women went to extreme lengths to achieve the perfect forehead. They plucked everything: eyebrows, eyelashes, even their hairlines. The goal? To resemble the innocence of a baby's head. Sounds like a lot of effort to look like a blank canvas, right? And somehow, they managed to avoid looking like a human etch-a-sketch. Then, there's Queen Elizabeth I, who took the ghostly pale trend to a new level. She coated her face in white lead for that porcelain look. But wait, it gets worse. She also had leeches suck out her blood as part of her beauty routine. Is this beauty or just straight up torture? Let's jump to ancient Greece, where having a unibrow was considered the pinnacle of beauty. To achieve this look, women glued dyed goat hair onto their foreheads. Talk about a hairy situation. Meanwhile, in China, foot binding was all the rage. Literally, women would break and bind their feet to make them smaller because tiny feet were considered beautiful. The pain? Real. Over in Britain, during the Georgian Era, people whitened their teeth using sulfuric acid. Sure, it made their smiles brighter, but it also gave them serious tooth decay. Beauty really was a pain back then. Then there's the tobacco enemas in the 18th and 19th century. When someone drowned, doctors would blow tobacco smoke up their rear to revive them. Yikes, right? Things got even stranger in the Victorian era, where women tried to catch tuberculosis just to get that sickly pale look. If you're going for deathly chic, why not go all in? Meanwhile, in ancient Rome, women were buying vials of gladiator sweat, thinking it was a beauty elixir. Apparently, this sweaty concoction was supposed to improve your complexion and make you irresistible. Maybe they were going for the pheromones? And let's not forget about arsenic wafers in the 19th century. They promised to whiten skin, but the catch was vomiting, hair loss, blindness, and death. Totally worth it, right? Not all trends were so toxic, though. In the 17th century, people used lard in their hair to create big, fancy styles. It worked, kind of. It added volume, but also attracted rats. Glamorous, right? And it wasn't just women going all out with beauty rituals. For over 500 years, men sported codpieces, fabric pouches worn over their private parts, often studded with jewels. The bigger, the better. Talk about masculinity on display. From foot binding to arsenic wafers, beauty standards throughout history have been extreme, painful, and often downright absurd. Today, we can just use a filter to look perfect, but it's wild to think that people were once willing to risk their lives for beauty. Beauty may not always be a pain, but it sure used to be a whole lot weirder.